Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today I have for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, as usual, we're going to be talking about the man M or Messa himself, who recently was of course fully revealed in his character trailer. We're going to be seeing if he is a full character, so you can pretty much should you summon with this. Now, for a lot of people, I'll straight up be honest with you, with the new Phantom Thieves that are coming out, I'll just keep a TLDR right here. A lot of you guys are probably going to say I'm skipping. I don't freaking blame you with that, because we have two actual original Phantom Thieves that are coming out right after this man. So it's kind of an iffy situation here, but hear me out before you go ahead and just straight up skip here. We're going to have a few different things that we're going to be going over, including what exactly he does and showing exactly why he could be really good here. So if you guys are interested in this video, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy it. We're coming up on the 3.4K here, so of course all help is always good help. Thank you guys very much for that, but let's go ahead and get into the video. So as always, before a character does come out, we do one of these should you summon videos here, and it's going to be a should you summon for CN players. I'll have a should you summon pretty much once TW and KR gets a little bit closer, mainly because we'll know a lot more about the character at that given moment in time. But Messa is going to be the newest character that is going to be dropping on CN here, and he's actually the first character who is not only a DOT bleed character, but also a physical DPS, so with the DOT bleeding there. So it automatically made this man a little bit more interesting, especially once we got to understand exactly what he really can do. So if you guys take a look on the screen, you should see at least my Twitter pop up in a few seconds here. Just give me one book. And there we go. We are looking at the man Messa himself. So this is very much so interesting. We got to see a lot what he does pretty much over, at least earlier this morning. If you guys have not checked out that video, be sure to check out that video. But he is fairly interesting. The man can do some crazy damage while also putting on some bleed status effects that can really be harmful to the enemy or whatever you're facing at the time. Not to mention his awarenesses are kind of meh for the most part, but his A0 is pretty decent for himself, and his A6 is very good as well. So of course, for the people who just want to pick him up just to have him regularly, he's actually a really good character just to get one character, at least one just in general of, and a stupid good character if you decided to actually well on out for him. As for like the middle of his awarenesses, he isn't the best here, but all in all, he does have a lot of cool usages that could be fairly nice. So when we took a look at this character here, he does have of course his two different states, which is Executioner and Hunter, or Hunter being the first one, Executioner being the second one. For anyone who is not pretty much known what this is, Hunter itself pretty much just your base form that can help you build up a lot of these bleed stacks, while Executioner itself is actually able to detonate these said bleed stacks and deal a ton more damage. This character with these two forms is actually fairly decent, and he actually can do some crazy things here in general, which also help him in the DOT fashion while also doing that physical damage that a lot of us do need. Now for this character in general, which makes him should you a type of summon type character here, is he's not bad by any means. He's actually really good, and it's kind of refreshing to see a character like this that quite honestly is just good at A0, and you don't need anything else that can really be there to hinder him. He seems like he's going to be very good in general just to have here, and will be an asset not only to just physical damaging teams, but also will be asset, or at least a good asset to any team that is an EHR related team. Now if we go ahead and take a look at the next upcoming at least updates that we're going to be having after him, is we're going to have of course Messa, then we're immediately going to have Futaba, then immediately afterwards we're going to have an Ice Defender, and then it's going to be Haru. If we took a look at the past updates here, we also had Summer Tomoko, which helps out in the EHR status, and we also are going to be getting in the future Haru, who already helps out in the EHR status as well. We take these both into account, and he built off a little bit of this. He's actually a really good character that actually has a little bit before planning proof and some after planning proof that makes him really much so useful. With that in mind, and at least the current meta that we do have a couple characters like Tomoko being inside of SOS, and then of course we have other characters or that will be coming out like this, it would not be too bad to actually invest into this character, seeing we're most likely going to be getting some more physical related actual game modes and just some physical things in general that will make him really useful. This character overall, I feel like is fairly nice, and with the addition of his actual 5-star weapon, if you guys want to go for it, he does help himself out quite a lot with at least the increase in pen, as well as the increase in attack, which does help him out with increasing the damage dealt to enemies as well, as long as they're under the bleeding effect. So this character already brings a lot to the table. The only thing that could actually hinder him from being at least a should you summon here is the other effect if you have terrible multipliers. Now, some characters, of course, will have some terrible multipliers. They may not be the best here, in which, yeah. But like, for example, there's certain characters that take a lot of build up, take a lot of multiplier type deals, and it's just immediately making them kind of in that bad zone. So the only thing that can really do this character in here, seeing that he has both DOT being the bleed as well as a good DPSer in general, is going to be the multipliers that can cuck him over a little bit. That's going to be the main deal that is going to actually hurt this character quite a lot, and I don't think a lot of people really want to deal with that as well. So currently right now, if we just look at exactly what he has to offer, the man is definitely looking like he's going to be most likely a summon, or at least a good thing to summon on. Of course, if you are lacking more in the support variable instead of the DPS variable, I would suggest you guys to go ahead and skip the guy. But if you're just kind of in the medium range and you just want either a DPS or a supporter and you just don't really mind it, I would definitely advise summoning for this guy, as well as going ahead and summoning if you, of course, have more than enough for his character. In general, he's a good looking dude. The man has some cool kits, some really decent passives, a nice 5-star weapon, with just a decent kit, just variety in general that we have not seen yet into the game, bringing in a new mechanic. So actually getting him and summoning on him would probably be a wise choice. But all in all, that's just for me, and that's what I say when it does come down to it. If you guys disagree with that, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section. And will you be summoning? Will you be skipping? If you made it this far, put down hashtag summon or hashtag skip, of course. Now, as always, you guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button with your forehead. Consider subscribing if you are new. We do daily Persona 5X videos here, and we're only going to be doing more from here. Also, we're going to be streaming later on tonight. Look forward to it. It'll probably go up literally like at 5:45, maybe 5:50 as normal. And we'll be probably streaming for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So look forward to that. But anyways, peace out, everybody. Take care.